Wrigley's Spearmint Gum presents Island Venture. The makers of Wrigley's Spearmint Gum invite you to listen to another story in the island venture of Gil Perry, modern pioneer, ex-Navy hero, who has gone back to the islands of the Central Pacific to start an air service. Gil and his friend Trigger Brett are typical of the men of the Navy who fought through victory and now are bringing their courage, their dauntless spirit, and their sound Navy training with them into peacetime enterprises. So now, in tribute to our Navy and for your entertainment, Wrigley's Spearmint Gum presents Island Venture.
Friends, maybe you're wondering why we keep on advertising Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum when there is no Wrigley's Spearmint on the market. Well, there are really two reasons. First of all, frankly, we're hoping that a lot of you will be enjoying Wrigley's Spearmint Gum again someday. And then, too, we feel we can be of service to you by reminding you of the value of chewing gum. Not just ours, but any gum. Now, we realize that chewing gum doesn't work any miracles. But there are times, like after a meal, when a stick of good gum does serve a useful purpose. The minute you put it into your mouth, it starts to freshen up your taste and sweeten your breath. And the chewing itself just naturally helps to cleanse your teeth and aid your digestion. You know, there are many good chewing gums in the market, folks, and we want to add Wrigley's Spearmint to this number just as soon as possible. But we're still waiting for a more normal sugar supply. Now, maybe we're wrong in keeping this good old favorite off the market so long, but we feel that those of you who want Wrigley's Spearmint want it enough and want it badly enough to go around fairly and equally. So, that's what we're waiting for.
Are you the proprietor of this hotel?
Si, senor. Sure, absolutamente. Your eyes, they look now on Roland Luis Fernando Tomas Mendoza, proprietor and owner of this so very grand Empire Hotel. You wish for the room, huh? For perhaps the royal suite? It has a practically private bath, senor. Only 3 doors down the hall.
We'll talk about a room later.
Oh, sure, senor. Later is always soon enough on Ilo-Pan. You wish for something else, I think, huh? Breakfast, lunch, dinner?
My name is Thompson. I just came in on the Clipper, and I want to see a man named Gilbert Perry. Do you know him?
Know him? Oh, senor, he's my very best friend. Why, the Senor Gil and I, we're just like this. Perhaps even closer.
Well, then take me to him, will you? I'd like very much to have a talk with him.
Oh, come with me, senor, this way. Where we're going to find the Senor Gil is from here only a very short walk.
Ilo-Pan, the soft rustle of wind-stirred palm leaves, dazzling white clouds that seem to hang against a distant sky, blue-green seas that wash, white-lipped, along the coral sands, where little groups of beach birds scurry like froth blown about by the wind, a cluster of thatch-roofed houses, a long, low hangar with inter-island air service painted over its wide doors, 2 young men, suntanned and dressed in faded Navy khaki, standing beside a silver-winged plane.
Hey, Gil, have a look coming toward us at what Pop's got in tow.
I saw him before, Trigger, when he got off the Clipper. Kind of big, isn't he?
If he had numbers on him, he'd look like a boxcar. What's he doing way out here? There ain't many jobs for wrestlers on these islands.
Does he have to be a wrestler?
He reminds me of a guy who was in the Wasp with me. One Swing O'Connor. Ever hear of him?
Nope.
He was a wrestler. Could have been the fleet champion. Only we never get that dumb lug to train. We tried to get him to go on a diet. But the only thing that big Abe wouldn't eat was truffles, plover's eggs, and hay.
Maybe he was fussy.
And the only reason he wouldn't eat those things was account he'd never heard of truffles or plover's eggs, and he was pretty sure hay was for horses.
You feel good this morning, don't you?
I feel all right. Hey, Pop, you looking for us?
Buenos dias, senors. This is Senor Thompson, who's come on the Clipper to have a talk with you. Senor Thompson, this is Senor Gil Perry, and this one with the so dirty face is Senor Trigger Brett.
Hi. Lay off the cracks, Pop.
Hiya, Mr. Thompson. What can we do for you?
I'm a direct man, Perry. I don't believe in beating around the bush. I want your airline.
Want it? Well, what do you mean, want it?
My words possibly were ill-chosen, Perry. What I meant to say was I want to buy your airline.
I'm a direct man, too, Mr. Thompson. It isn't for sale.
Perhaps you'd better hear the price I'm prepared to offer. I will pay you $20,000.
Cash?
There's a catch in this, Gil.
If for some reason we seem to be getting off on the wrong foot, it's undoubtedly my fault for being so abrupt, but as I told you, I'm a direct man. There is no catch, Perry. I want to buy your airline.
Why?
For the same reason that you became interested in it, Mr. Brett, to make money. How about it, Perry? Does my $20,000 interest you?
Not any.
$22,500. Does that ring the bell, Perry?
Not even a faint chime, Mr. Thompson.
$25,000.
Oh, that's a lot of dough, Gil, even when you say it fast.
What have I told you about these planes, Senor Gil? Have I not said I sold them to you for a very cheap price?
Then $25,000 does it. Right, Perry?
Still no chimes, Mr. Thompson. You're just making me like this airline better and better.
You're making a mistake, I think. But maybe you'll change your mind.
I doubt it. And I'm sorry you had this long trip for nothing.
It wasn't for nothing, Perry. Frankly, I didn't think you would sell. So I came prepared to make you another proposition. How'd you like to carry freight for me?
Well, that's our business. We'd be glad to take any job that's on the level and pays us a profit.
What kind of stuff you want lugged and where from?
From Panapee to here, Mr. Brett.
Panapee's sort of off our usual run, Mr. Thompson. We've never been down that way at all. I don't even know if there's a landing field.
There is one. I've checked on it through my representative there.
Yeah, but if we cart stuff from Panapee, we won't be able to pick up anything from the other islands where we make our stops.
I realize that, and I neglected to say that I wanted you to fly exclusively for me. You see, I've contracted for some very valuable cargo on Panapee that I must have brought here to Ilo-Pan for transshipment. I've estimated that it will take about a week to complete my contract, making one round trip a day. You can do that, can't you?
Yeah, we can do it, but...
But you want to know how much I'll pay you. Well, how does $100 a day sound, plus the cost of your gas and oil?
It sounds as if we're going to work for you, Mr. Thompson.
That's great. Do you think it'll be possible to make your first trip today?
Well, we plan to make a stop at Telezozo today.
I'll pay you an extra $50 if you'll cancel that trip. I'll make it $75.
What time is it now?
When you hear the musical note, it will be practically 10 o'clock. Hey, Trigger, you like, yes? Huh?
I like no.
It's about a 3-hour run to Panapee, Mr. Thompson. We can make it if we start pretty soon. And if we won't have to waste too much time getting your stuff aboard.
My shipment will be ready for you. It's just one wooden box about 5 feet by 2. Now, if you have some letter paper around here, I'll write a little note for you to give to my representative. His name is Arndt, Carl Arndt.
Take Mr. Thompson into the office, will you, Pop?
Sure.
Trigger and I'll get the engines warmed up. We'll be ready to leave in 10 minutes.
Kiss me once and kiss me twice and kiss me once again. Oh, it's a nice day, ain't it?
Yeah, it was.
You mean you don't like my singing?
You catch on quick.
I was just thinking.
Well, think without what you call singing, huh?
$100 a day's a lot of dough. You know what? If we make 7 trips, it'll mean $700.
Your arithmetic's improving.
Yeah, I add money real good. Yeah, that was a whole lot of dough Thompson offered for this airline. Maybe you should have grabbed it.
Yeah, if it's worth that much to him, it ought to be worth that much to us.
Yeah. What do you think he's got over there on Panapee? Gold?
In a box 5 foot by 2? Boy, that'd be a pile of gold.
Oh, I wish I knew what it was.
Why?
Well, maybe we could get in on it. Instead of just lugging it for somebody else. Ahead there, ain't that Panapee?
Yeah. Keep your eyes open for that airstrip Thompson said was
they're
there.
open. We knew what that guy was getting over there.
We'd leave it alone. We're in the air freight business, remember? We're not going to try and chisel in on somebody else's business.
Okay, but Oh, there's your airstrip.
Yeah.
Off the left, just beyond that clump of palms.
Mm-hmm. Looks like a new one. Well, here we go. Hang on to your hat.
There's a guy over there at the edge of the field, Gil. See him?
Huh?
Maybe he's that, what's his...
Arndt. Yeah, I'll taxi over. This'll do. Kill the engines, will you? Are you Carl Arndt?
That's my name.
There's that wooden box, too. Maybe it's got tortoiseshell in it.
Will you quit worrying about what's in that box? Come on. Mr. Arndt, my name's Perry, and this is Trigger Brett.
How'd you do, gentlemen?
We have a letter to you from Mr. Thompson.
Of course. Could I have it, please?
I think he instructs you to let us have a box.
That is quite correct. This is the box right here. I've been expecting Thompson to send someone for it.
Thompson told us there was a valuable cargo in that box. Maybe if it got jounced around, the stuff might get busted, huh?
Things do get busted if they get jounced around, Mr. Brett.
Come on, Trigger. Let's get this thing in the plane. You take that end.
Heavy, ain't it? Like lead. Or, gold. Any gold on this island, Mr. Arndt?
There may be, Mr. Brett. I haven't explored all of it.
Why don't you give up, Trigger? All right, up with it now. Okay. Now, easy does it. Let's shove it in behind the cockpit. It'll balance better there. Hold it. Lift your end a little higher there. All right. Higher. A little higher. Now, lower away. Careful.
Watch it.
You clumsy fool. You
Oh, it just slipped. What's eating on you? And look, it don't be
Okay,
calling...
Trigger, stow it. No harm done, Mr. Arndt. None at all. And, thanks for your cooperation.
Oh, I've done nothing. But can't I offer you some refreshments before you leave? We're a little primitive here, but we do have some comfort.
Thank you. No, we've got a fairly long trip, and I think we'd better get moving.
Perhaps tomorrow. You'll be back then, won't you?
Probably a little earlier than this.
Well, I'll be on the lookout for you. And I'll have the shipment ready.
That'll be swell. Okay, Trigger. Take him over. Someday, Trigger, that curiosity of yours is going to get you into an awful jam. You deliberately dropped that box. Hey, what are you doing now? Leave that box alone.
Hey, Gil, have a look. My hand here.
Sand. Common sea sand. What's odd about that? There's tons of it around here.
Well, that's the point. There are tons of it around here.
What are you getting at?
This sand leaked out of this box. The whole bottom busted open when it slipped.
Hey, wait a minute. Nobody'd use sand for packing.
That's all there is in here. Nice white sand and a few shells.
Is that all? Are you sure?
Yeah, that's all, Gil. Nothing but sand. Let's get back to Penelope and kick that Arndt guy right in the teeth.
I don't think Arndt had anything to do with this.
What do you mean, nothing to do with it? He's pulling a fast one.
Look, Trigger. There's something awful sour around here. Something that smells right out loud.
Mr. Arndt.
Not Arndt. Now think back. Think of everything Thompson said this morning. First, he wants to buy us out for a lot of dough. And then when we won't sell, he offers us a job at big pay to work exclusively for him. And he'll pay us a bonus of $75 if we'll make our first trip today.
So it adds up to Arndt. No guy is paying $175 for 2 bits worth of sand.
Wait a minute. We were going to Tell Ozo today.
We go over there every day, or to some other island in that group.
Yeah, or to some other island in that group. And Panapee is about as far away from those islands as we can get.
You got a hunch, huh?
I got a hunch. For some reason, Mr. Thompson doesn't want us nosing around among the islands on our regular scheduled run.
So we go over and nose around them, huh?
That's right. We go over and we nose around.
There's nothing on this island, Gil. We buzzed it 3 times from one end to the other, and there ain't anything on it but a few native huts.
May not be, or whatever it is. But before we have a look at the next island, I'd like to be positive about this one. If we could just make a landing...
Without pontoons? Not a chance. There ain't a level spot down there big enough. Even the beach is nothing but rocks.
Yeah. Motu next, then.
We won't be able to see nothing. It'll take us an hour to get there, and it'll be dark before then. Let's hike for home, huh? As the guy says, tomorrow's another day, and we can have a little chat with that bird Thompson. I'll tell Ilo-Pan we're coming. X5YB calling Ilo-Pan. X5YB calling Ilo-Pan.
What's the matter? What's wrong?
Oh, it's dead. Something's cockeyed with the radio. I can't send.
Maybe it's the coil. How about receiving? That on the bum, too?
I'll have a try. No. Yeah. No.
Make up your mind.
Well, the receiver's okay.
Anything of interest coming in?
No, just some Navy supply ship close by here, the Libertyville, chilling with a Navy base on Ponsabi. They, over there to the right, Gil.
Huh?
Low in the water. Wait till the sun hits it again. There, you see it?
Yeah, play. Pontoon job, practically all wing. I've seen pictures of those babies, but I never actually saw one before. Maybe the Navy's got some new models out here.
Yeah. Gosh, have a look at that guy come. 400 knots easy.
Look at that climb. Almost straight up. Oh, brother, what I wouldn't give to play around with that crate. But that's no Navy job. No stars on the wings.
Oh, he's coming over here to give us a close-up. Hey, look at those flashes along the edge of his wing.
The guy's shooting at us.
He's crazy. What's the idea?
Watch it. He's coming back. He's making